In a house full of ghosts, chaos is expected. Every character has their quirks, their agendas, and their moments of comedy that keep the show lively and unpredictable. But amidst the supernatural mayhem, there is one character who stands out. Not because of jokes, not because of dramatic antics, but because of an unfiltered honesty that cuts through everything. That character is Thor. On the surface, he may seem like just another comedic ghost, providing humor in strange or awkward situations. Yet if you pay attention, Thor is the lens through which the show reveals the truth about human nature, society, and the relationships between the living and the dead. Thor doesn't sugarcoat anything. He doesn't twist the truth to make it more comfortable for the audience or the other characters. While everyone else may hide behind laughter, excuses, or elaborate schemes, Thor observes and speaks plainly. His humor is sharp, but it's rooted in honesty. He points out what everyone else is thinking but too afraid to say. This makes his jokes land differently. They're funny because they're true, not because they're exaggerated or silly. That contrast gives the show a layer of depth most viewers don't notice at first glance. One of the most striking aspects of Thor is how he interacts with other characters. When chaos erupts, when arguments flare, or when misunderstandings spiral, Thor rarely intervenes to stop the conflict. Instead, he comments, reacts, or exposes the absurdity of the situation. It's not malice, nor is it indifference. It's clarity. He sees people for who they are and reflects it back without distortion. In the way, Thor is the conscience of the ghostly household, reminding both the characters and the audience that honesty, even brutal honesty, is a form of respect. Take, for instance, a scene where the living characters attempt to manipulate or placate the ghosts for their own advantage. Thor doesn't play along. He points out the inconsistencies, the hidden motives, and the flaws in their logic. The other characters may laugh, roll their eyes, or dismiss him, but the truth Thor speaks lingers. That subtle impact is what makes his presence so powerful. While other characters may fade in and out of scenes, Thor leaves a lasting impression because he forces reflection. You start to realize that humor isn't just entertainment, it's commentary. Thor's honesty also brings a unique dynamic to the group. He balances the chaos with a grounded perspective. In a show filled with supernatural oddities, each character representing different eras and personalities, Thor is surprisingly relatable. He doesn't have the luxury of being trapped in the past or lost in nostalgia. Instead, he engages with reality as it is, exposing the human tendencies and societal absurdities that other characters either ignore or romanticize. This makes him feel surprisingly modern, even timeless. What's remarkable is how this honesty translates into comedy. Thor doesn't aim to be funny, yet he becomes one of the most memorable sources of laughter. The humor emerges naturally from the truth he observes. When a character overcomplicates a situation, Thor's blunt remark cuts through it. When someone lies or deceives, his commentary exposes it. The audience laughs, but the laughter is paired with recognition, a realization that this humor is grounded in authenticity. This makes his scenes richer and more impactful than surface-level jokes. Thor also challenges the audience's expectations of what a sitcom character should be. We're conditioned to expect the loudest, most exaggerated personality to dominate humor. But Thor flips that. He shows that subtlety, truthfulness, and clarity can be just as entertaining, if not more. Over time, you begin to notice a pattern. Whenever Thor is in a scene, the dynamics shift. Conversations become sharper, conflicts more meaningful, and the humor more insightful. It's as if his presence aligns the absurdity of the supernatural world with the reality of human nature. By the end of the series, Thor's role becomes unmistakably clear. He is the anchor amidst chaos, the mirror reflecting the truth, and the voice reminding everyone, and the audience, that honesty matters. His lines linger long after the laughter fades. He teaches us that comedy doesn't have to mask reality. Sometimes it can reveal it. And in a show where ghosts from the past haunt the present, Thor becomes the character who not only makes you laugh, but also makes you think. In the end, Thor is more than just the funny ghost. He is a commentary on human behavior, a voice of truth, and the silent teacher guiding both the characters and viewers through the layers of comedy, chaos, and honesty. Watching him, you understand that the best humor often comes from the clearest observations. And in Ghosts, there's no character more authentic, more honest, or more unforgettable than Thor.